think I officially have my live stream up and going. Cool. So this is the first time that I'm doing this, so there might be like a lot of glitches, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So this is a write with me kind of stream, so yeah, as stated, it's just going to be mostly me writing, and if people drop in and say hi, that's cool. If people don't, that's fine as well. I'm just going to kind of talk through some of my writing process and maybe work on one of my, no, I for sure will be working on one of my stories that I'll be hopefully sharing with the world at some point. Okay, let's jump over to my other screen. So what I got up here is, this is my Scrivener app. This is the app that I use for specifically writing all of my stories and everything. And this story that you see is, I guess I would call it a work in progress. I mean, what else would I call it? I don't know how attached, so I have like, as you can see over on like the left side over here, I have written out a couple scenes of that. I even started like a little bit of chapter 2, but I don't know how attached I am to this beginning part yet. I kind of want to, I don't know, I really have to go back to the drawing board for this. I started writing it before I actually like thought it through or anything. And this is just kind of my brain dumping. I don't know. At least, like, so one of the things that I am happy about this story, though, is I think I actually have, like, a good idea of a direction I want to go with it now. And I don't think it's just going to be stuck. Like, I think I have an idea of what I want the character development to look like. And I also have an idea of, I guess, what the main plot and what the main storyline is going to end up being. So I guess like the very general premise of this story so far, though, is that it's based off of a dream that I had a couple days ago where I had this dream that I was like at a student at this music school, and it was the beginning of the year, and they had this like really big battle of the bands type thing. And the reason why they were having that battle of the bands was so that way they could decide like who gets first dibs at rehearsal spaces, what times do they want, because, you know, I'm sure at any performing arts school there are just certain performance spaces that are like highly sought after. I can definitely say that was the case at UW-Madison for some of my friends who were music majors and other performance majors. And you have to reserve those spaces. Most of them are free, I'm pretty sure, for students, but you have to reserve them. And so that's what this Battle of the Bands basically was. And that was the only part of the dream I actually remember. I don't know if there was more to the dream or if that was just like the extent of it. But yeah. So in that dream, like there were all these groups that were kind of like performing and going up against each other. And now I have to, I guess, like do the work to try to flesh that out into a whole world. So that'll be a thing. I'm trying to like remember where I was going with this. So the reason why I actually stopped with chapter, like in this scene of chapter 2, was because I didn't quite know where it was going afterwards. So that's why I have to do a little more planning. Again, this is just kind of my brain dumping. I didn't put a ton of thought or time into this yet. Well, I guess first thing I should do is I should start with my character charts. Now, Scrivener is pretty great that it gives you actually some character charts that you can just kind of fill in the blanks of everything. And so I really like that about it. The main character's name is Ezra Lee. Now, Ezra Lee, that's actually a name that has bounced around a couple of my stories for a while, but I have recently decided that Ezra Lee is going to be in this story specifically. So, something I really like about this sheet is that it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, but at the same time, it kind of forces me to think about certain things about the character. For example, like physical description, physical description is actually like the thing that I probably struggle the most with my characters, because I always know what their like personality, I always know what that's going to be, but I don't always get their physical description. And to be completely honest, I used to actually be super dysphoric about physical descriptions, where I used to like really avoid writing about specifically Asian characters, which you would think is weird because like I myself am Asian, I'm Hmong, so you would really think that that would be like an easy part of me to pull on, but I don't know, I was weird about it for a very long time, and it wasn't until like the past couple years that I really started to, I guess, kind of settle into being comfortable with writing about an identity that is so close to my own. Also, like, low-key, there's no books about Hmong people or like Southeast Asian people in general, so like if I were to write a book about Southeast Asian person, it would pretty easily get like noticed, I'm sure. Okay, so Ezra Lee is the main character of the story. He's also the narrator. I guess he's the one. He experiences the major themes and plot elements. Occupation, he's a student. High school student, to be specific. I haven't exactly figured out what the music school is going to be called yet. I think I want to have it placed in Milwaukee, just because I have a couple other stories that take place in Madison, and I don't want to make too many of my stories take place in Madison because, I mean, that would be kind of boring. So we're just going to say he's a high school student at, I don't know, Milwaukee School for the Arts or something like that. I'm gonna leave a little note for myself, come back to this name in the future. And I'm also gonna highlight that note so I don't forget it. Other things about his occupation, I guess he's a junior. That would be an important thing to note. And yes, being a junior in this story actually matters a lot, because one of the big, I guess, kind of like major conflicting things, or not conflicting things, one of the major conflicts and also one of the major themes of the story is actually trying to like come up with life decisions, make big decisions in life. And that's what a lot of juniors actually have to go through, is they have to figure out like, okay, who am I? Who do I want to be? What kind of person am I going to be? So let's see, junior student hasn't picked his major performance study yet, because that's also going to be a bigger sticking point eventually as well, is that he has a hard time picking a major. And yeah, majors aren't really a thing in high school. It's mostly a college thing, but because this is kind of like a special arts type of school, I kind of wanted to create this high school where you did have to pick a performance major. I think it just adds a little more drama and a little more context to why it's such a pressing matter for Ezra to choose to do something with his life. let's leave our occupation at that. And then we'll maybe add more to it later. Let's start to look at the physical description. So physical description, we are going to say that he is male, 16 years old. Like many young Asian people, he's probably a pretty small person. I don't think I want to put like clear descriptors on that because there aren't going to be very many parts in the story where I'm going to be like, Ezra is 5'5" or whatever, or like Ezra is 130 pounds. There aren't going to be very many instances of me doing that, so I don't think I have to actually define that specifically. Some other physical things: dark hair for sure, dark eyes, as most Southeast Asians, tan skin, so when thinking about physical description, other things that writers also want to think about as well are things like, what are some of like the notable features that they have? Like, for example, for myself, I would say that one of my notable features is probably my big glasses. Like, most people tend to associate me with my really big hipster glasses. And for a lot of you students out there, most of you probably associate me with my big black hipster glasses as well. So those are some things that I have to think about for Ezra, because he has to have some sort of physical notable feature that other characters are going to recognize him, and that also, if I were to ask... So if like someone read my book, and if I were to ask them to draw my character, they would have to be able to like actually draw something. Like I can't make my descriptions so vague that no one knows what these characters look like. Take for example like Harry Potter. Like Harry Potter has the lightning scar on his forehead, he has the glasses, and so those are like his notable characteristics. He also has green eyes. Yes, green eyes like his mother. And that becomes a very important characteristic later on because those are like the same eye. That's the same eye color as his mother. So physical characteristics can definitely be important. What comes to mind so far is, I don't know. I can't think of like a good physical characteristic that'll help set him apart. I'm gonna leave that as a note. And then, we'll come back to that later. All right, personality. So personality, I would definitely say he tends to be a little more on the cautious side at the beginning of the story. Doesn't like to draw attention to himself. And this whole like doesn't like to draw attention to himself, that is definitely something that's going to come up in especially the first couple chapters, where he is actually asked by his partner to be the lead singer for their school jazz band, or like kind of their jazz band. And he really has to struggle with being in the front and center like that. Other personality traits, I would say for the most part he's friendly and outgoing. So he's friendly and outgoing despite not wanting extra attention. So like, I'll put a little note there. For example, he never has issues. Oh, how do I? For example, never has issues making friends in classes. And I think that's something that's pretty relatable to most people, is that like, even if you don't really want people to be like hovering over your shoulder or like, you know, watching your every move, you can still be a friendly person. I think friendliness and introvertedness are not like mutually exclusive. You can be a friendly introvert. Would I call him introverted? That's actually a really good question. Now that I really think about it, I'm not sure. I guess he would be introverted, or like have introverted tendencies. I don't know if I exactly want to put a label on it though. Again, when it comes to writing, like it's so like there's this whole thing in writing where you talk about like the show don't tell type thing, and basically what that means is if you want to get something across to the reader, you kind of want to like guide your reader along versus just telling them straight up. So instead of me saying that Ezra is introverted, I would just have these scenes that show him showing introverted qualities. Like, for example, maybe he's at a party and he just feels really uncomfortable, or he gets really exhausted from being around those people. Those are very introverted qualities. At the same time, maybe another example could be like in a class, Ezra is not the first person to speak up, but when people go speak to him, he's super friendly and he's willing to work with anybody. So that could be another example of this kind of like show don't tell. Other personality traits. Something I do want to note is that he is not closed off. Oops, why did it randomly go down? Not closed off or antisocial. So even though he is a little bit introverted, that doesn't mean that he's closed off and antisocial. He actually is, like I said, a very friendly, very sociable person if he has to be or if he wants to be. So I guess something that I also want to add to this personality part is, now that I have kind of an idea of like how he is, we can then start to talk about actually like how he is going to grow. So, why does it go way down there? I need to view my... Where's my ruler? Oh. Am I just blind? Can I just like not find this ruler thing? I swear it was up here in view. just got an email. So I also have to be pretty like on top of my email as well, since everyone is doing online school. Did I get any new emails? Alright, I'm gonna respond to this email really quick from a teacher. Ooh, it sounds like some people might actually be posting stuff online already. Let's go check the buzz really quick. Oh dang it, locked me out. Fun, fun, fun. You all get to see Buzz from the teacher perspective now. Oh, look at that. I got an advisory section. I mean, no one's in it yet because I haven't sent out the code. I must have just gotten it today. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff that needs grading already. Holy moly, so much stuff. Alright, I can't actually look at those right now though, because FERPA reasons. But that's exciting. Yeah. Okay, not an email that I have to respond to immediately. Oh my gosh, am I just blind? Why can I not find how to show the ruler? What the heck? I'm having issues right now. I'm having issues in my life. That's just like... Writing tools? No. Oh my gosh, I hate everything. What the heck? Is it? Oh, ruler. Okay. Cool. Now I can actually do this. Oh, I just had to press tab. What the heck? Anyways, so... Wait, why is it typing that way now? No, I wanted to type the other way. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my gosh. This freaking app. I'm so happy that this is all happening on live stream too, so I just look like I do not know what I'm doing with my life, which is like super true though. Okay, is it an edit? Wait, what the? Oh, what? What? How do I change my writing direction? What? Oh my goodness. I'm just like not having a good time right now. Okay, is it in text? Ah, yes. I got it. No. It just... Wait, why did it go way over there now? Hold on a second. I done goofed again. Okay, you know what? I think I just have to do it this way. I'm just gonna throw that over there. Look at that, perfect. So at the end of the story, Ezra feels more confident in making decisions. He's more willing to embrace uncomfortable situations and being more confrontational. Oh no, did my live chat just die? Why does my live chat say unable to connect to chat? Ugh. Freaking YouTube streaming. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna ignore that for now. So at the end of the story, Ezra feels more confident in making decisions. He's more willing to embrace uncomfortable situations and being more confrontational. This is actually like kind of a big sticking piece that's going to come up because I guess one of the other major plot points of this story is that there is this, I guess for lack of better words, like they're kind of a stuck-up show choir that they have a lot of money. They're like kind of the posh kids of the school. But I mean, it's a music school, so like everyone is kind of posh. It's like, I haven't decided yet if it's going to be a private school or a charter school or a public school. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a private school, just because there's like, oh no, do I want it to be private? I think I might want it to be more of a charter school, actually. Like a charter school that you have to audition to get into, which is something that charter schools can do, even though charter schools are technically public schools. But they can still do auditions, I think, if it's for the purposes of the school. Because like, even when you apply to a charter school, you have to still like fill out an application. And so I think the audition would just be part of the application. Oh, I just got an email. Let's check some email. I'm gonna reply to this email really quick. Mess around with Buzz again. Buzz is just so joyful, y'all. I hope you're all loving Buzz out there. Oh, I can change this. Never mind. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Alright, I have to go through and change all the names of my classes now. I really hope that my music is coming through because I quite love the Undertale music, especially when it's like these orchestral covers and everything. Quite beautiful. I'll show them. I probably have to send out this advisory code actually while I'm here. Infinite Campus. Wow, you're all getting to see my like teacher stuff right now. Kind of exciting, but also kind of terrifying because I'm scared that you might see something that you're not supposed to see. Like when I accidentally brought up student work. Oops. Cool. I feel so accomplished now. I did so much work. Anyways, back to the story. So he's more willing to embrace uncomfortable situations and being more confrontational. This growth comes from when he has to confront the Northern Lights. And the Northern Lights are the, again, like I said before, like that kind of competitive show choir that is taking over the world. In general, Ezra isn't one to start a fight, but he also won't back down either. I guess a better word for that is argument. He sticks up for what he believes in, which is something he learned from his good friend Cass. Cass is one of the characters in the story that is basically Ezra's best friend, and they've been friends like forever and ever, so they are like BFFs till the day that they die. And I mean, one of the reasons why Cass is so important to the story is actually because Ezra doesn't actually challenge this show choir until Cass auditions for it. And okay, so there's like so much context I have to give you for all of this to make sense. So because this is a performing arts charter school, I guess you could say that things are very Middleton-esque in the sense that like it's a fairly white, fairly homogenous school. Now, that's not a bad thing necessarily, but it also just means that a lot of people don't experience different cultures, don't experience different people, and they are kind of just around like the same people all the time. And so the fact that Cass comes out, and Cass is like, she's like a young black woman, and so the fact that Cass comes out and like all their years of being at music school together, like Cass has always been typecasted as just kind of like a powerful black female vocalist. Like she's part of the gospel choir, she does solos and stuff in the other choirs, but like no one ever gives her like the really deep solos. They always just give her like the high belting solos because that's what they expect her to be. So there definitely is a single story around Cass and her journey of being a musician. And when she auditions for the show choir, like to try to break out of this mold that has been set for her, she gets rejected because I mean she doesn't like fit the mold of what the show choir is looking for. And it doesn't have to just do with race reasons either. It just like in general they have like this kind of like laundry list of reasons why they don't want Cass in the choir, and it's actually like really unfortunate because Cass is an amazing performer. And so that actually propels Ezra to also audition for the show choir. And so Ezra goes to audition for the show choir actually in like just to spite the show choir, not really to like want to be part of the show choir. And Ezra ends up like having a really good audition. People really like Ezra. People really like that he kind of like he almost becomes like this kind of like Katniss Everdeen-esque figure in the school, because he stands up to the show choir and says like, you all have some really bogus rules, and it's like low-key racist and low-key sexist and low-key like all of these like issues that he just like throws at them in the audition. And because of that, people start to respect him and pay more attention to him because he just like put all of that out there into the world. And he gets into the show choir because the show choir is like, okay, well now we can't like, we have to like save face for ourselves. So they're like, okay, we'll accept you into the show choir. And then Ezra's like, nope, I'm only joining the show choir if you also let Cass in. So then both Cass and Ezra get into the show choir. They don't stay in the show choir for the entire year because they eventually get kicked out due to like complications and due to kind of like breaking some rules type things. And so they eventually get kicked out, and then afterwards they end up starting their own show choir with like the help of the gospel choir especially. And the gospel choir consists of like a lot of the black students of the school, like regardless of if they are singers or not, a lot of them just join the gospel choir. Because that's like it, the gospel choir essentially is like their BSU in the school because there are just so few black students in the school. So with the gospel choir, they kind of start their own show choir, and also with the help of the jazz band as well to play like backup and instrumentals and stuff. And it becomes like a whole thing, and like, I don't know, it's really big, it's really inspirational. And so that's kind of what like the magic is behind this story, is that like moment of standing up for what you believe in and like having that moment of triumph where it actually plays out for you. And then I wanted to do it through music school because, I mean, music is super important in my life. It's something I understand really well. And I've always wanted to write a story about show choir kids because show choir kids are hecka dramatic. I can speak for that because I was a show choir kid at one point, and that was just like my life. I just got another email, so I gotta check that really quick. I just realized that is my YouTube live not actually live? That would be really awkward. Now I gotta check. Oh my gosh, look at that. People are actually joining the live stream. Okay, so I like hecka potatoed out right there. I had the freaking stream set to private for a full like 45 minutes. So I've just been sitting here like a fool in my own home, literally just talking to myself for the past 45 minutes, just thinking like, oh, like maybe people are really busy, or maybe people just like have other things to do. Oh my gosh. I'm special. Wow. I just like, I can't deal with myself right now. I need to go like lay down. But I won't, because I have to stream for another hour and 15 minutes. If you want to chat, you'll have to sign into your YouTube/Google account. In the future, I do plan on maybe having some like Zoom chats for my classes, or just like Zoom hangout chats, so that way people can like talk. I especially want to do that for like tea time in the future. Those of you who are joining, come jump into the live chat if you can. I don't know what happened to live chat. It told me that it's not working anymore, and so now I'm worried that it's just like not gonna connect to chat. Okay, let me play around with this. Oh, it's pop out now. No, that's not what I need. People who are watching right now, can someone tell me if chat is actually working? I mean, obviously if it's not working, then you can't tell me. That's a stupid question. You know, I'm just gonna try on my iPad and see if that works. Alright. Let's give this a shot. Oh, okay. Chat is working. It's like not working on my computer for whatever reason. That's so weird. It's like not letting me see chat on here. Hold on. I'm gonna mess around with this really quick. Okay. And now we enable again. Oh my gosh, it's working. Okay, hey Maggie, how are you doing? I see your message now that it's working for you. Good to know. Also, just so people know, with live streaming there is going to be a delay, so sometimes you're going to see like, I don't know, it's going to be like a 5-second delay between when you write something and when I actually respond to it. I'm doing really well, Maggie. I'm holding up during the quarantine. It's been a journey for sure. I recently spent a stupid amount of money like doing this whole like stream setup kind of thing. I'm currently using actually an old iPhone that I had to do this live stream. And hold on, let me go pull up my camera really quick. Okay, so I spent a lot of money on this camera right here. That's why if you watch my first 2 videos, you'll notice the quality is really bad. But if you watch the second 2 videos, the quality is actually kind of decent because I got this new camera. It is the Canon M50, which is supposedly one of like the best vlogging cameras or cameras to use for live streaming. I don't have the setup and the cords yet to like actually make it work for live streaming, but hopefully in the future I will, and then the stream will just be like stupidly good quality. Oh, what am I doing? I should just like change my screen over to make it just so it's my face. So then, because we're just chatting right now. People who are in chat, what have you been up to lately? I see Charlie and Maggie in chat. What have you two been up to? Tell me all about that quarantine life. Maggie, I definitely feel you on that. That it's like, I don't know, I really miss going out and seeing people, but at the same time, the introvert in me is like living for this. Like the introvert in me is like so happy that I just get to purposefully stay inside all day. Anyways, so because I was such a potato and didn't like actually make this a public YouTube live for literally 45 minutes, almost an hour, I've just been working on like some writing that I've been doing for this stream. It is just a writing and a chill stream, so I won't be doing anything like super academic related, just kind of chill, see students, talk to students, and also like do some writing at the same time, so that way it's not just like awkwardly me staring at the screen and waiting for people to talk to me. So this story that I'm working on is a story about music school. Oh, Charlie, I highly recommend an M50, Charlie. If you want to get into vlogging or any sort of like photography, I think an M50 is the way to go, because it's like it's a really good mid-range phone. Like if you want to go really high end, those are in like the thousands, and the M50 you can get for about 600. Anyways, so this story that I'm working on is about people at a music school. I want to put this story in Milwaukee just because I have a couple stories of like Madison, but I think specifically I want this one to be in Milwaukee because I mean I haven't written a story about Milwaukee yet, and I'm curious about how a story would play out in Milwaukee. I also think it sometimes makes a little more sense because in Milwaukee, I think there's a bigger art scene in Milwaukee than there is in Madison, actually. Madison's art scene is kind of hit or miss, and that's specifically to like students and things. Like Milwaukee, I'm sure already has school for the arts, and so I just kind of want to capitalize on that and use that for the purposes of this story. This character that I'm doing a character sheet about right now, that's what I'm working on. This character is the main character of the story, named Ezra Lee. He is, I don't know, I guess he's like your typical 16-year-old Asian child who like goes to a music school, which I know that sounds super stereotypical now that I say that out loud. But yeah, it's about his life. It's about him trying to figure out like how to make big life decisions. It takes place when this character is 16 years old and they are a junior in the story, as I put in this description right here. And I wanted to set it during junior year of high school because I think that's when I think a lot of high schoolers are making big decisions about their lives, or that's when everyone is always asking them like, oh, what places are you gonna, like, what colleges are you gonna apply to? What kind of job do you want next year, like after high school? So that's why I decided to set this story junior year. I didn't want it to be senior year because I think senior year has all of its own issues. Like senior year is kind of that bridge, and Maggie, I'm sure you can relate to this, but like senior year is like that time where you don't give an F about anything, but at the same time you, I don't know, you're trying to like process all of the change as it comes. Yeah, so that's kind of what like the point of the story is music school stuff. And Charlie, yes, oh, spent your money on laptop and other stuff. I really want to do the Zoom chats in the future, actually. If I get enough people who are interested, I might even opt to do Zoom chats versus live streaming. Actually, some of my educational stuff might still be live streamed because I think some of my educational stuff is going to make sense to be live streamed versus Zoom chatting. But at the same time, I really want to have that like face-to-face interaction with students. So I think some of my office hours are definitely going to be live or Zoom chatted in the future versus live streamed. Speaking of which, I can actually show you people who are in my chat right now my like tentative office hour schedule. So this is like my tentative schedule so far that I've been working on. Things are still subject to change. I'm not emotionally attached to this yet. I just kind of put this together for now to keep myself accountable to something. Something I definitely wanted to do was I wanted to have like writing every single day, just because, I don't know, writing is something that I really enjoy doing, and I think it's something that I don't get to teach enough of. Like, and I don't just mean like essay writing, I mean like writing like creative fiction or even nonfiction for that matter. So I wanted to have time in my day where we just talk about writing and go things about that way. Also, a question for people who are here watching right now. Can you actually hear my background music? Because if not, then I have to mess around with settings again. Anyways, so this like live streaming, or not live streaming, this is my office hours schedule. I tried to do a mix of having some things that show up. Oh, cool, okay. Yeah, I want the music to be like kind of in the background, but I also don't want it to be too loud. So I'm happy that that you can only hear it a little bit versus a lot. Yeah, so this office hour, I kind of like offset things. So instead of having English 10 be at the same time like 2 days a week, I wanted to do like one in the morning and one in the afternoon, just so that way people can, like, if people are busy in the morning every week, or if they're busy in the afternoon every week, then they can like choose like, okay, I'm gonna go to Mr. Her's Monday morning office hour, or I'm gonna go to the Wednesday afternoon office hour. So that was kind of like the inspiration behind that. Voices of Color, I just like did not know where to put Voices of Color, to be completely honest. I mean, you're all seniors, so most of you are pretty self-sufficient as it is. And also the curriculum for Voices of Color, because I had so much freedom in creating it, since there isn't like an online Voices of Color class, then it was a lot easier for me to put that together. So Mondays and Fridays, that'll be your thing. Today I will not be doing an English 10 office hour, just because we haven't quite started up a ton of curriculum yet, so this weekly schedule will start as of next week, and I'm going to post this up into Buzz for everyone to see. Coolio. Well, that's my schedule so far. I hope you've all been having a good time with Buzz. I know I have been just having a blast with Buzz. Oh, jeez. Look at this. There's 31 things that need grading already. Everyone is doing their Buzz homework already. How dare you all like try to stay up to date with your work? How dare you? Buzz is like, I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't like Buzz at first. Maggie, to answer your question, I will probably not be doing an office hour this Friday. And it will probably start next week on that Monday. So the Voices of Color office hour at 3 p.m. That being said, if you have questions, you can always message and email me, because basically any time during work hours, I'm expected to be able to answer questions and everything. So it would not be it would be understandable if people sent questions and emails to me. Speaking of which, I should just like post this up on all my Buzz pages. I wonder if there's a convenient way to do that. Oh, I can add it to the landing page. Hey, you bunch of cats. Welcome to your online class. If you're, if you're wondering about when office hours are, here's a link to my office hours. Wait, no, I don't have to do that. I can embed this. Alright, we're gonna get fancy here. Wait, can I embed it? Oh, I don't think I can. Just kidding. Oh, yes, I can. Google Doc. Choose a Google document. Oh, I got blocked. Let's try that again. My school account. Allow. Okay, this is either gonna work great or this is gonna fall apart so fast. Holy moly, what is... Where did all this come from? Wait a second. This doesn't look like my drive. I'm really confused. These are... Okay, what? Okay, sure, whatever. There's the dock right there. Press OK. Which will start as of 4/6/20. I'm gonna copy that message so I don't have to keep doing it over and over again. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Now it'll just be there. Hey, you bunch of lurkers, come say hi in the chat. I see you. I mean, I see that you're a viewer, but I can't actually see you. That would be creepy. Boom, we're gonna save that. Did it load? Yes! Ooh, that looks so good! Okay, I have a question now though. Like, if I were to update this, is it going to also update on there? Let's go back to Buzz. Okay, if I refresh this page, now it should update on there as well. Aha! Look at that. Cool. That is good to know. So if I ever make a change to this, it's just going to automatically change on all of the docks. Handy dandy. Alright, let's do the same thing to fourth block. Oh, nope. This is not what I wanted. New activities. Wait, this is also not what I wanted. Maggie, you know I'm always super extra with how I greet people. Yes. And then I embed Google document. Previously selected. Boom. Coolio. Dude, I'm feeling so productive right now. Like, I feel like that's the one good thing about online classes is that, like, you do two things and then you just feel really productive. Like, I'm literally just posting up my office hours and I feel like I am, I don't know, that I have, like, solved world hunger. Do that. I'm getting good at this. I'm so fast. I'm sure there's probably like a faster way to do this too. Like, I bet there was probably a way for me just to like really easily get it in and out of every single class, but I'm getting the hang of it this way, so we're just gonna keep with it. Those of you viewers who are just here, I am doing some writing right now and also answering questions that people have about Buzz, or if you're just here to chill, you can definitely just be here to chill. I'm just posting up my office hours on Buzz right now, so if you're in one of my classes, you will be able to see my office hours schedule, which will start next week, not this week. Just because next week, or this week, is kind of a special week. This week, I just have to try to make sure that everyone is signed on to the Google Class, or oh my gosh, not the Google Classroom, the Buzz. Cool. Last class, Voices of Color. Oh my gosh, I didn't make a... Oh, I already wrote stuff for this. Oh, okay, well you're gonna get... Oh, you know what? I'll just post. Previously selected. Boom. Oh, wow, I just got like a bunch of emails. Okay. Coolio. What are these other emails? Oh, what the heck? I just got an email from a teacher saying that so apparently when you students like upload things onto Buzz, it doesn't automatically give us like access and editing rights. That is really annoying. That's actually really dumb. Because Google Classroom doesn't work like that. Like Google Classroom is, if you upload it to Google Classroom, I as the teacher automatically just can look at it and like leave comments, can edit it, whatever. But I guess Buzz doesn't work that way. Ugh, stressful, stupid. So this is again one of the other things about Buzz that I'm not like a huge fan of. That's not to say I think Buzz is useless, but it's just like cumbersome a lot of the times. Like it's not intuitive, I would say. Let's go back to my home. I guess while people are here, I can just show people what is in each class. So, I mean, like, you're in my Voices of Color class, so that means The only thing that we really have so far is the intro to online stuff, and it's just like little reading about coronavirus, some questions, a little spot for you to like, and there are like spots to like put your answers and everything. And also just an unrelated question. So what have people been up to ever since school closed down? Those of you who are in my English 11 classes, some of the content that we've got up there is we have an introduction to online. There's a general overview. There's also going to be some resources as well, which I recommend you all take a look at. And a rough assignment calendar for you to keep track of, and us as the teachers, we will definitely be keeping this up to date as well. So you can always look here to know what is going to be due and when it's going to be due. And something that I will also be doing is hopefully I'll also be like making things show up as due on Buzz as well, so that way people know. So that way, like, on Buzz, it'll tell you a schedule of, like, what's coming up soon. So, yep, we've just got some journal prompts for you to go through. And, I mean, the journal prompts are pretty basic, pretty self-explanatory. It's mostly just writing your feelings, honestly, and, like, trying to figure out how to deal with the quarantine. Those of you who are watching right now, if you want to participate in chat or say anything, you do have to sign into a YouTube or a Google account. It doesn't really matter if it's your school account or if it's a personal account, but if you want to chat, come say hi. I really miss people and I really miss all of you, so drop a message. And okay. Let's take a look at English 10. So if any of you are here for my English 10 classes, I've only got one thing in there for you to do right now, and it's just to finish up Unit 2. So, like, first and foremost, obviously you have to finish reading Night the book, because we only got like halfway through when we were actually in school, and we would have finished it up, like we would have been done with the book by spring break, and then we would have been able to go on to the actual projects moving forward. Obviously that couldn't happen because we were out of school that entire week right before spring break. Then we had spring break, and now we're going to be out of school probably for like the rest of the year, honestly. Nobody knows for sure, but that's just what I'm guessing. And so this link that I attached in here is just a link to the YouTube playlist that I have been playing in class for the audio files. So you can definitely follow along with that. And if you don't have a copy of the book, like you forgot your copy of the book at home, this is a really good resource as well, because the text actually shows up on the screen when you click on a chapter.
To fly a rocket ship,
oh, there's an ad.
No astronaut.
There it is. So yeah, the text actually shows up on the screen. So pretty handy, pretty cool. This discussion that I put up, I'm actually kind of like excited about how you all do with this discussion. Because, I mean, low-key, like, my heart was hurting when I was going through and trying to find all of these, like, discussion things. Some people have already gone through and made some responses. And, I don't know, y'all. It really, like, hurt my heart to go through Reddit and have to find all of these things. It was on the r/unpopular opinions, so if you want to just feel angry about the world, you can go there. It's like actually very concerning, some of the stuff people post up on there. So that's a quick rundown of what we've got going on in classes so far. Again, if any of you have questions about your specific class, make sure that you ask a question either through like email, through Buzz Communications. I think Buzz Communications just like become emails, so nothing really scary there. It'll just become an email. Also, what are we listening to right now? Oh, Okami. Okay. I can get down for that. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn on link sharing. I have to make this so everyone can view it. Boom. Shall we go back to some writing? I don't know. I kind of wish that this was like a Zoom chat now, so that way I could just like talk with all of you and I wouldn't have to wait for like the typed out responses for anything. Again, if you do want to chat, you do have to sign into a YouTube account. Doesn't have to be a school account. It can be your personal or whatever you want. And then you can talk back and forth. So for those of you who are new, this story that I'm working on right now is a story about music school students. And I've always wanted to write a story about music school students, so I'm just going through this character sheet right now about the main character, whose name is Ezra. He's like the main character of the story. I don't know. I kind of want to work on a different story, to be completely honest, though. Like, it's not that I think this story is boring, but it's just not where my heart is today. And I recently did just go through some, like, kind of emotional stuff. And so I'm feeling like a real emo. I sang so much Adele yesterday. Oh, good question, Maggie. I think I'm going to try out Zoom probably next week at some point. In my office hour schedule, I think I'm going to put in specific times for Zoom. And as a matter of fact, I might... Well, no, I get nervous about turning my office hours, like my class office hours, into Zooms, because the thing I really like about YouTube Live is that, so YouTube is actually like recording everything that I'm doing right now. So if another student ever wanted to look back at one of my office hours where maybe I talk about something, then I can direct students like to a YouTube link where they can look at that old stream. However, if I do something through Zoom, it's only a communication thing, so it doesn't actually record anything, which kind of sucks. So I think I'm going to do a mix. I'm probably going to do like some office hours where it's like on YouTube Live and some office hours where it's on Zoom. I should just decide that right now. Like while I've got this doc open. You know what? This is just chilling. I'm gonna turn that into a Zoom one. And these writing ones, I think I'm gonna make these YouTube Live. Yeah, Maggie, I agree. I think Voices of Color definitely needs more Zoom than it does live stream, because, I mean, Voices of Color was already such like a discussion-heavy class, and I don't know. I had such a hard time actually trying to figure out like how to teach Voices of Color online, because it's like being in person for that class is so important, like our community building and everything like that. You know, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say that our Friday Voices of Color is going to be a Zoom one. And let's do a Zoom English 10 right there and a Zoom English 11 right there. That one can be YouTube. That one can be YouTube. That one can be YouTube. Cool. Okay, I kind of like how this looks now. So what you're seeing now is that there's going to be one office hour that's going to be done on YouTube Live. This one, I would say, is probably going to be more of an academic office hour. And then the Zoom one is going to be more of like a Q&A, like, hey, if you have questions about this, like, make sure that you come ask questions. What song is this? What is this from? Okay. Alright. I mean, I'm not hating it. This is just surprising. Alright, so I should put some descriptions on here now so people know that. Alright, so I've decided that the YouTube live ones are going to be me going through the lessons. This was something that I wanted to do like originally anyways. So I'll go through the lessons on my YouTube live, and then the Zoom is going to be more of like a, okay, come here and let's like talk about this stuff. What this also means is that I have to link a bunch of stuff now. I guess for YouTube I could just link like my YouTube channel for the YouTube. Also, I just got a bunch of emails again. Oh, I gotta respond to the student comment. Let's put this together. So, YouTube Live. My channel. Oh my gosh, there it is. There's me. Wow. Oops, not that. Y'all, doing my work on live stream is like keeping me so accountable to actually doing work, because like I'm not even gonna lie, like some days I literally like start doing work and then just start like literally pacing around my apartment because I don't want to do anything. But because I'm being watched now and I'm interacting with people, I actually have to do my work. Yes, that is all of them. Okay, now I gotta like set up the Zoom stuff. Alright, this is the first time that I've ever had to do Zoom or had to set up Zoom. I've like done Zooms before. Can I sign in just with my Google account? Oh God, Claire, get out of here. Oh my gosh, Dante too. Do we have the whole advisory gang in here? I'm doing pretty well, Dante. How are you doing? How's Gabby doing? Claire, you should definitely do your work. Also, it's the first week of online, so the work should be pretty easy for right now. It should just be like some really basic stuff. Ooh, I gotta answer this email. Dang, her advisory set up a meeting already? Okay, I gotta set up a advisory meeting. I don't know, our advisory is like, I mean, I love all of us, but like we're kind of a hot mess when we all get together. That's a 2, Claire. T-O-O. You need the T-O-O for too many. Audrey, you're not having fun with online? I'm not gonna lie, I've been like... Oh, I agree with you, Date. I think Buzz is very cumbersome and very difficult to use. Yeah. Yeah, Buzz is not my favorite thing to use. I think it's like... So I think Buzz is good if it's... If you're a student who only does online, I think Buzz could actually be decent. But I think to try to use like Buzz with like real life is really hard. I do agree that Buzz is kind of slow. I think it just feels really clunky. Like when you go through Google Classroom just is so much easier. Okay. Oh, Audrey, that is actually the reason why I put together a schedule for myself in Google Docs, so that way I could keep myself accountable to things. Yeah. So you have access to this. If you go to like our English 10 Buzz, you'll be able to see that. But yeah. I also was having, like last week especially, when I was trying to do work, but it was spring break, so I wasn't doing real work. It was so hard to keep myself accountable to things because, again, like, no one is sitting over your shoulder telling you what to do. Hey Dante, if that's a system that works for you, I would say go for it. I'm also the kind of person where I like to just kind of like sit down and crank something out like in its entirety and then just call it a day. Okay, I have to create a meeting now. Alright, how do I do this? Host a meeting. Okay. With video on. Wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Schedule a meeting? Oh my gosh, Claire. Don't do your work at 10 at night. That does not when your brain is in like the prime. Wait, this is so... Oh, this is so much. Wait, so I have to set a Buzz, like... Okay, so is this telling me that I have to create a meeting for every single, like, Buzz office hour? Because that would be a lot. I agree, Dante. I think we could definitely do an advisory time. I mean, looking at my schedule so far, my schedule's pretty open. So even if we did, like, I don't know, like, a 12 o'clock advisory time or something. I'm probably gonna send out a survey to advisory and just ask people when they're the most free, so that way we can try to get the most people. Oh, Audrey, I definitely agree with that. so much of our curriculum, like across all classes, was just kind of put on hold, like right when we stopped school. And so a lot of us teachers now are just trying to do like catch up for that. English 10 stuff though shouldn't be too terrible to do because it's really just the book and then responding to one of those posts online. And you have like a week and a half to do that. So that's the only thing you have to do for English 10 so far. Oh my gosh, Maggie, for real though, my sleep schedule was like super messed up during spring break. Like I would literally get in bed at 10 because that's when I usually like go to sleep during the school year, and then I wouldn't actually go to sleep until like midnight. It was really messed up. Oh, Audrey, I'm happy that you are content with the English 10 assignment. It really hurt my heart to put that together because I had to go through that depressing ass Reddit to find all of those posts. It was a mess. Dude, rest in peace our sleep schedules. Let's get a rest in peace in chat for that. Rip our sleep schedules. Okay. Alright, I have to do a Google really quick. Like, can I set up recurring meetings in Buzz? Wait, that's Google Calendar. Oh, here it is. Oh, wait, why did I say Buzz? Dude, I'm like not smart today. Okay, so Zoom, yada yada yada. Oh, I have to download the thing. Okay. Dude, Dante, you right though, like, Zoom is like low-key kind of confusing. Like, there's so much stuff. We didn't actually pick Zoom to use. Zoom is just free right now. Because, you know, like, the world is on fire. So it wasn't a choice, it just happens to be free. See, the only thing I don't like about Google Hangouts, though, is like the format of Google Hangouts sometimes. Well, I don't know. Let's try. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. This is so trippy. Oh god. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to click. There's so much stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to click. Okay, no, that's not it. Join a hangout? I'm the only one here. Okay, well, I don't want that. I wanna... How do I... Oh my gosh. Y'all, why am I so bad at this? This is so embarrassing. I need help. I need an adult here. Oh my gosh. I need an adult. Okay, how do I like schedule a hangout? Okay. Oh, I have to create a Google Calendar invite? Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so much. Why is this, like, I just want to create a thing and then be able to link it into my office hours. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna exit on that because that's too trippy. Okay, we're gonna keep trying with the Zoom. You know what? I'm gonna download the Zoom. I'm just gonna download the Zoom app because I think that's like the best thing to do here. Alright, where are you? What the heck? Oh, there's a button for recurring meeting right there. Oh my gosh. No one told me that there is literally a button for recurring meetings. I blame all of you. This is not my fault. Okay. So we can do... So the first one is Wednesdays from... Oh, how did I get signed out? Okay, I'm back in. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Okay, I need to exit out of that, and exit out of that. We are not Pacific time. We are... Central time. Every day... No. Weekly. Don't even judge me, Maggie. Aren't you 18 now? Claire, I also missed the advisory choir. I feel like I honestly feel like advisory choir was like just starting to pick up and we were just starting to like click with each other for the first time all year. Like we finally found something that like a group of us really enjoyed doing. But it's, yeah. But yeah, now advisory is dead because we don't see each other. Oh my gosh. Dante and everyone else here, you don't even know, like, there are so many times where I, as a teacher and also as an adult in the room, I just think to myself, like, oh my god, I need an adult here. Like, I need someone who knows what to do in this situation because I literally don't know what I'm doing with my life. This was actually especially scary last year when there was that shooting that happened in Greenway. And I was like 23 years old. There's 30 10th graders in my room. And then we go into a hold for half the day because there's a shooting. And I'm just sitting there as a 23-year-old thinking to myself, like, holy crap. Like, it is my job to make sure that these kids stay safe. And that is a terrifying feeling to feel as a 23-year-old. Maggie, you're an adult if you believe that you're an adult. That's like honestly the rules of being an adult is you just have to convince yourself that you're an adult. Let's see. This ends on, when does school end? You know, I'm just gonna say that we go until the 13th. That sounds about right. Post on, wait. I don't know what that means. Participant, yes. Oh, video, okay. Audio, sure, we can do both. Enable join before host, no. New participants upon entry, yes. Dante, you're so right about that. Like, no adult ever actually knows what's going on. Alright, I think we save this now. Save. Oh, sweet. Look at this. Yes! Okay. I'm making progress! Dude, I'm adulting so hard right now, like, you don't even know. Oh my gosh! What? I got signed out again. Dude, someone's like trying to hack in my account. I keep getting signed out. Alright, we can update this. So that is Zoom. Oh my gosh, Claire. What the heck? Wait, Audrey, you too? You messed up your sleep schedule for a boy? Dude, Dante, that's such a mood though. I feel like that's how all my like boyfriends have been in the past. Like, not the cute like, no, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. Just like, yeah, just like them being like, okay, bye. And then me being like, oh, okay. Maggie, being an adult is really stressful. But at the same time, it's kind of amazing and kind of magical. Like, I love having the freedom of my life. Alright, we're gonna do Mr. Hers, English 11, Zoom. This one is going to be Thursday. What time is that at? At 11. We always fall asleep on FaceTime. Wow. Dude, that's why your sleep schedule is... Oh wait, you literally just said that your sleep schedule got messed up because of that. What? I can't go to June. Oh. Wait. Why can't I go to June? Oh. Okay. No password. Host on. Oh shoot, I'm not supposed to. I messed that up. I have to go change that. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna paste that in here. Wait, why did that leave as a comment? Claire, cute boys are the most dangerous kind of boy. You should beware. He could be a snake for all you know. And I mean, let's be honest, a lot of boys are snakes, so like, Wow, the John Verhoeven. Look at you. Oh, I love this song. I could even learn how to love like you.
If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about
The link to donate, there is no link to donate, John. I actually don't think that I can get paid for this from YouTube or from donations because I'm technically on contract hours right now.
I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you.
Wait, Dante, I cannot read what you just, like... I cannot read what you just typed. Like, retype that.
I might be bad now, I'm sure
Dude, if we keep being super sassy on this live stream, I'm gonna get in trouble for like creating a generation of strong, independent women who hate men. But is that even like the worst thing?
I would even learn how to love when I see the way you look, shaken by how long it took. I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you.
Oh, that's what you were asking, Dante. I don't know. I don't have a ton of opinions about Steven Universe. I haven't actually watched much of Steven Universe. I really like the music from it. I think that the music is really well written. And I didn't watch any of the new season. I liked the movie. I really liked the movie.
Belong. I can say without any doubt, everyone should learn how to love like you.
Recurring. Weekly.
Like you. Love like you.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, I didn't know that they like straight up changed some characters' genders. That's kind of wild. If you really like Steven Universe, something that you should read / watch is this series right here. Oh my gosh, it's on Amazon Prime. Wow. Here, let's watch the trailer together because, I mean, it's live stream, so we can do whatever the heck we want. I'm gonna pause my music.
この星には6度流星が訪れ6度かけ6個の月を生みすべての生物は海へ逃げ貧しい浜辺には不毛な環境に適した生物が現れた繁栄した生物のうち逃げ遅れ海に沈んだものが海底に住まう微小な生物に食われ無機物に生まれ変わり長い時をかけ規則的に配列し結晶となり再び浜辺に打ち上げられたそれが
Wowza. That trailer was so much more intense than I thought it was gonna be. That is one of my all-time favorite like animes right now though. Like it's just so good. It's like I said, it's like really sad. It's really depressing.
Silver light, she turned her face up to the starlit sky. and on this night began to wonder
Mr.
why.
Writing Zoom.
She knew that soon the day would come.
These happen
Born
on
to
Wednesdays
be
at 11.
an air of beauty and serenity.
2 hours.
Into this world she entered quietly. To her
Dude, Claire, you need to get
surprise,
over
she
your
was
caffeine
the
addiction.
one.
Because I know you are still deeply addicted to caffeine and sugar.
Destiny was close behind her, phantom of borrowed life, and her sea was a reminder, mirror of given light.
Oh shoot, I didn't get my Voices of Color.
Then one day, the sign she'd waited for in skies of gray traversed a winding road and came her
Don't even
way.
judge my music, Dante. This is like,
She found
it's just,
the love
what is this?
she'd hoped
Daughter of
she
the Moon.
would.
I can't play anything that is too popular, otherwise I'm gonna get copyright strikes, and they're gonna mute my videos, and that would be sad.
That she had promises to
I don't know, what do we
stay
listen
true
Some
to.
Disney covers.
The dormant daughter of the silver moon.
Out among the stars I sail, way beyond the moon. In my silver ship I sail, a dream that ended too soon.
I hope that the music and my voice are balanced pretty well. Let me know if the balancing ever gets, like, if the music ever goes too loud.
And I will go sailing no more.
Claire, stop drinking coffee. It's not good for you.
All the things I thought I've been, and all the brave things that I've done, vanish like a snowflake to the rising of the sun. Nevermore to sail my ship where no man has gone before. And I will go sailing no more.
Claire, how much work do you actually have to do? I feel like classes don't have that much work yet. Unless you're doing a lot of, like, makeup work. Holy moly, 39 things that need grading. What am I doing? Well, y'all, there's like 5 minutes left of this live stream time. In the future, this is not going to be a live stream. This is going to be a Zoom. So yeah, just make sure that you pay attention to my weekly schedule. And if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to where you need to be to interact. article and sheets. Oh no. It all got bumped down. Claire, do you have the Snap and Read app?
Till as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even
Bye, Maggie. Thank you for sticking around the stream, and also thank you for emailing me that the stream hadn't been posted up yet, because like a potato, I just literally did not go live. Like, I just was literally sitting here and talking to myself for an hour. Oh, Claire, yeah. I really like Snap and Read. I unfortunately don't have access to it anymore because I don't have a school computer at home. But I did use it for like a couple of even my own things that I was working on.
ever just the same. Ever a surprise.
Claire, what kind of graphic organizers are you using for reading? Because I feel like, especially now that you're doing so much on your own, it's going to be really important to kind of like be able to pace yourself through a reading so that way you can still comprehend and understand things. You should probably ask Miss Hootie for some graphic organizers or other materials that can help you even just get through readings, since almost everything online is going to be like reading based. So many tabs open. There's a bunch of these.
Tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange. Finding you
Close this
can
now.
change, learning you wrong.
Certain as the sun,
Certain as the sun,
rising in the east,
till as old as time,
song as old as rhyme,
beauty and the beast.
oh,
Cool.
Till
My
as
Zoom
old
works.
as time.
song as old as rhyme.
Okay, that's good that you were at least talking to her though. Yeah, I would ask Miss Hootie for like whatever she might have to help you get through some readings. And I would do that sooner rather than later, just so that way you actually have some resources that you can be using. Yo, this was a pretty productive day. I got my schedule put together, or my tentative schedule at least. I might be filling up some of these empty spots with other things. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I have to work in like grading time and stuff too, so there will be some of that. And yeah, I need to put in advisory time. Advisory time's probably gonna end up being over here. I don't know yet though. I'm guessing I'll probably be back on tomorrow with just some writing streaming. I won't be doing very much, like, I won't be doing an office hour on tomorrow or Friday, but I will be probably doing just some writing tomorrow. And I'll actually do the writing. Today was kind of like pseudo me writing and also at the same time me doing other work. Well, y'all, I'm gonna sign off now. If you still need to ask me something or talk to me, you can for sure still send an email. I'm still available basically until... I mean, I'm always available by email, so never be afraid to email. Thank you all for coming to the stream. For those of you who stopped by, I hope you all had a good time. Make sure that you follow the streaming schedule / the Zoom schedule, so that way you know exactly where I'm going to be and when. And if you want to get the notifications of when I go live, I think if you subscribe to me and hit the bell icon, then you get those notifications, but I'm not 100% sure about that. This is my first time doing anything live stream related, so it's all a mystery to me. Alright, y'all, I'ma peace out. I gotta go eat food because I haven't eaten yet today. It's been great, it's been fancy. I will see you all tomorrow, maybe, if you choose to come to the writing stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Good luck with Buzz. I love you all. Goodbye.